Welcome to another episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club, my ongoing video series where every other Monday I take a look at something from the world of anime that I want to chat about. It could be a deep dive into a subgenre that interests me or something that I wanted to research because I didn't know enough about it and now I want to share that research with you. Or, in this particular case, it's my look at anime seasons. We're going to talk about the fall 2025 season that is basically just wrapped up, and we're going to talk about the upcoming winter 2026 season, which has some heavy fucking hitters. It's got some goddamn bangers, and then also a few shows that I'm got question marks next to. Like, I might want to check this out. I don't know, but it looks like we're getting a strong start to 2026 anyway. But we'll get to that when we get to that. A couple things up top in the video, I should say. I'm using anychart.net to go through these. We'll be going through an alphabetical order. And you may hear me in this video, especially when I'm talking about the next season, say, at the time of this recording. Because the difference between me talking about this stuff and the video coming out will be a week. So within that week, a few shows that haven't been announced that High Dive picked up or Crunchyroll picked up or Amazon or Netflix is picking it up. You know, we might not know where some of these shows end up, and then they eventually will end up somewhere. Usually, like tomorrow, there'll be an announcement of something. So that happens. So give me to just know that going in. And the other thing is that I don't watch everything. So there'll be stuff that I didn't watch, and maybe you watched it. And you can always let me know in the comments of this YouTube video about the things that you checked out that I didn't. Because, I do like hearing from you about that stuff. But like I said, I don't watch everything, so I can only do so much. All right, let's get into it. We're talking about the fall 2026 season here. The very first show, A Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace, I dropped. I did not finish this series. I was looking for a Girls Doing Things show because about the middle of 2026, we got a few of those. We were blessed with it. And then the fall season, it's just like, oh, there's just one. I dropped it, though, because I really just wasn't enjoying my time with it. I didn't really like the main character. And I didn't really like the supporting characters, and it just didn't vibe with me. I wanted to like this more than I did, so I didn't finish it. I did not watch A Star Brighter Than the Sun. I certainly could go back to this one. There were other romance shows that I was more interested in, and there's only so many shows you can watch in a season, and this one just didn't appeal to me. It was just like, all right, I don't know, like, oh, they liked each other and then they grew apart and now they're thrust back together and maybe it's going to work out. And I was like, I don't know. I also had one high school based romance show and I was like, I don't need two in my life. So I didn't watch this, but if this appeals to you, you can always let me know in the comments, or if you're watching this live on Twitch, you can let me know in the chat. Alma-chan Wants to Be a Family. So I feel like this show got delayed, right? Like it was supposed to come out earlier last year and then didn't. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like it was supposed to come out earlier because I feel like I saw this a couple times as like, this is coming out this season. Maybe I'm wrong. I did not watch this one. I did not need to watch a show about a girl who is a robot who makes a found family into a real family. I was just like, nah, I think I'm okay. I think I'm all right. I don't know. I don't need to empathize with robots right now. I have in the past. I will again in the future. I just didn't want to watch this one. So I didn't. All right, let's scroll up here. Blue Orchestra Season 2. I did not watch the first season, so I didn't watch the second season. A thing with me is that I don't often enjoy, like, this is wrong to say. I like a good slice of life about musicians in, like, high school or college. I don't love a drama about music. Like, music, arts kind of dramas just don't really appeal to me. I would like to, but I don't. So, I did not watch this one. Here's a show I did watch. Great. We can finally talk about a show that I watched and liked a lot. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, Season 2. It's just more to like. If you really enjoyed the first season, which I did, it's more good show. It's just like a fun series about a guy that gets isekai'd and makes great food and his magical beasts. They introduce a little dragon friend, a pixie dragon, who is great. And they just continue to go on cool adventures. They fight monsters. They save the day. They eat a lot of crazy food. He befriends people. There weren't new gods. No, yeah, they did. There were new gods that got introduced. And the gods all think that he's pretty great, and his companions are pretty great. At one point, the very good slime named Sue becomes a giant slime. And it's great. Just real big slime. Just a good big slime, good friend. Sue was a great character. And Dora, the dragon, good new dragon friend. This one's just a delight to watch. It's just enjoyable. Again, if you like the first season, it's just more of the stuff you liked. Recommended. Chichose is in the Ramenu bottle. So, I've heard a bunch of different things about this show. At first, when I read the description, I was like, okay, this is like playing with the tropes. Like, people were like, actually, Pat, this show about a guy that's got like a perfect life and a harem, it's not all perfect. There's like a realization about what's going on, and they're twisting it on its head, and it's actually kind of fucking cool. And I was like, oh, that sounds neat. Turns out that's not actually true. It's just that like it is self-aware about the fact that it is a cliche, but it's not trying to subvert the cliche. It's just trying to have its cake and eat it too. It is not great. But they tried to trick people into thinking that it was more than it is, if that makes any sense. So I didn't watch this one. But it was very fun to see people start defending it and then be like, oh, actually, nope, never mind, sorry, never mind. I'm not going to defend Dad is a hero, Mom is a spirit, I'm a reincarnator. I'm not going to try to defend this show. I'm simply going to say that it is something that I liked. I don't think you should watch it. I would say maybe read the manga. So our girl's a reincarnation, as the title tells you. She is half of a spirit, and her mother is the queen of all spirits. She is the daughter of a human hero, saved the kingdom and the world with the queen of spirits. And she's just like being introduced to the real world. She's got an uncle, and she's got some cousins and some familiars, and they're helping out some local people and all kinds of things and things. And then also, the king is trying to control what's going on and manipulate the situation. Basically, the spirits don't want anything to do with the royal family because of something that happened in the past. And the king doesn't know that, but he's trying to like make a connection. Because like, if the prince, his son, ends up with Ellen, it'll not only will it maybe influence the spirits to forgive them, but it also will tie down the hero to their kingdom. So there's a lot of political maneuvering and a lot of like second guessing of our reincarnated girl who's just trying to do the right thing, but also not get taken advantage of. And there's some other stuff like beneath the surface, but that's the main thing. It's pretty good, but like there's not a lot of action. There are a bunch of minor characters that don't get to shine enough. And most of it is just completely fine. I would call this show like pretty dang fine, but like not like earth shattering. So you can skip it, but I liked it. I did not watch Digimon Beat Break, I should say, not Break Beat, Beat Break. I didn't want to watch this Digimon offshoot. I don't care about Digimon. I have a bit of nostalgia for the first series because I watched it when it came out, but that is not continued, you know? Like, I kind of watched the reboot, but I'm not like watching this one. Dusk Beyond the End of the World. I did not watch this. I'll just say this flatly right now. I did not get High Dive for this season. There was nothing on High Dive that sparked my interest, so I didn't get it. So anything that's on High Dive that actually sounds interesting to me, I will probably watch another season. This upcoming season I'll probably watch because I'm getting High Dive, because there's at least one show on High Dive that I want to watch. So I'm going to get that. Dusk Beyond the End of the World did not appeal to me at all. It's another show that is like playing with the ideas of AI and humanity, and is this woman that looks identical to the woman you knew but is a robot, is that actually her? And I don't care about those answers. So I didn't watch it. And again, didn't watch it on High Dive because I didn't get High Dive. This is a Gintama special, which is a spin-off light novel show. I did not watch this. I hope it was good. Gintama is a show that I respect without really enjoying. But the Gintama respecters that are out there, I hope this was fucking awesome. Because I know that a show you really liked that ran for a really long time had a spin-off, and I hope it was a great spin-off. But this was not for me. Genosha. Also not for me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to adjust something here real quick. Hold on a little second here. I'm just going to do it like that. Yeah. Let's do it like that. That way you can read everything on the page while I talk about it. That makes more sense. All right, we're moving on. Genosha. I also didn't watch this one. This is based on a video game. I have a couple friends of mine that were really into this, and so this might be a show that I get caught up on. I have a running tally of shows that I'm like going to be checking out before the new shows start, and this one is on the list. I just don't know if I'll actually get to it. But I am interested, kind of, but not really. Yeah, it just didn't. The idea of like an Among Us or, Alien, or The Thing style anime just didn't really hit me. And the looping stuff and time loop stuff, I was like, I don't know. I think I'm good. I'd probably feel differently if I had played the video game and liked the video game, but, I haven't. Inexpressive Kashiwara and Expressive Ota was good. This show was totally serviceable. Again, I wasn't necessarily looking for a lot of high school romantic comedies because I had one that I was watching weekly, so this one was one that I kind of watched later. The Opposite Attract thing has been done, and I think it has been done better. But if you love the subgenre or romantic comedy style, anime, if that's your major genre, not even subgenre, that's your genre, is romantic comedies, especially ones set in high school, then this one hit. Would probably for you. Like I said, I think it was fine. Didn't watch this. Here we go. No, Kakuro Bed and Breakfast or Spirits season 2. I didn't watch season 1 because I didn't like. I watched the first episode of season 1 and didn't like the vibes, so I didn't watch season 2. Kingdom season 6. I'm very happy for my friends that love Kingdom, especially this adaptation of Kingdom. I'm so happy that you're getting more. I've heard that like some of the CG in this season was a little rough, but the Kingdom fans out there are still eating well, and I'm thrilled for you. I hope you absolutely loved it. Let's Play. I did not watch this one. As I said, there was a lot of romantic comedy this season, and this one I was just like, nah, I think I'm okay. I do love the idea of a game developer having a relationship with a streamer who didn't like their game. That is at least an interesting premise. We're getting that more and more, right? We're getting more of the like, my neighbor is my favorite VTuber kind of a thing, or my classmate's a mess, but her VTuber is popular, or whatever. Like we're starting to get more of like, oh no, they found out my secret, I'm a streamer kind of like things, or VTubers. We're starting to get that more and more. So the idea of like a streamer and like a game developer being neighbors, that like, okay, that's kind of fun. The dog does seem good. They're like, stay for the doggo. Oh, I should do that. The dog does seem good. I wasn't interested. Little Miss Vampire Can't Suck Right is a good name. It's just a good name. Hold on. For a show. Did I like this show? Kind of, yeah. A supernatural rom-com is something that I'm interested in. I do like twists. A couple years ago, one of my favorite shows involved supernatural abilities, but it was just a romantic comedy. Like, it wasn't like a secret. So I thought maybe I'll like this one here. I kind of love the idea. Look, there is something about I'm a monster, but I'm bad at being a monster. Please help me. It's like a premise that like kind of works. This one kind of works. I think the animation isn't that good, but I think the story kind of works out pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm hedging my bets on that one a lot. I didn't watch this one. I did not watch this action romantic comedy about a person pretending to be a robot because the person that she's there to be around refuses to be near humans, which is an interesting premise. Kind of, but like, I didn't want to watch this one. A friend of mine was really pushing for it, but it just was like, nah, I don't know. I think I'm good. Monster Strike Dead vs. Reloaded. Wait, did that? Yeah, okay. So this is the show that I did hear about this one. This is a show that's based on a video game, but people were saying this is a really good game and this should be on your list. And so I did watch a few episodes of this, and my general thought about it was, I'm good. Now, the couple episodes I watched were not subtitled. I should make this clear. I was watching the Raws just to kind of get a sense for it, because there were rumors that this show was going to be come out late, that Amazon was going to pick this up and put it all out at the end of the season. Now, that might still be true, but this show did not get picked up by anybody as of right now. And so I never kept watching because I was just watching the Raws for the animation, you know? And it was good. It looked good. But maybe this will be a show that will come out at some point on a service, and I'll check it out then. But right now, I have nothing more to say for it, other than the couple episodes I watched look pretty cool. My Awkward Senpai rules. I really like this show. I highly recommend it. It is one of my favorite shows of the fall 2025 season. Look, at the end of the day, I'm a 45-year-old, and I do like stories of working people who are dating. I like those stories. I don't mind a good high school romance, but an adult romance? Hell yeah. And this one was an unbelievably slow-ass burn. And I like a good slow burn. I like a ice-cold character who really is just actually socially awkward. Just trying her best. Everyone's trying their best in this one. And are there unbelievable cliches in this show? Abso-fucking-lutely. My Awkward Senpai has all of the cliches. I think, like, they go on a business... He's barely been at this job, and they go on a business trip together, like, episode 4. They hit all the cliches. Is there a character that we are supposed to think for a second he's in a relationship with? And then there's a twist. Absolutely. Is it the most obvious twist possible? Absolutely. Is it still really fun? Yeah, it's fun. And My Awkward Senpai is a great time. You should check it out. My friend's little sister has it in for me. Did not watch this one. Just not particularly, couldn't be asked. My gift level 9,999 unlimited gacha, backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge. So I fully expect this show to get a second season. I did not watch it because, again, I did not have High Dive this season. But this is the Edgelord show. This show, in my opinion, is best enjoyed via clips on YouTube. You will love the clips you see on YouTube of this show. Of, like, people who think they're hot stuff getting owned. This show is like, yeah, this guy was a good dude and wasn't strong, and then he got betrayed and killed. But he didn't die. And now he's got powerful allies, and all he fucking wants is revenge. He wants he wants brutal revenge. I am reading this manga, and at this point, the early revenge he gets feels like ridiculous, because it's just like, wait, you basically just killed the guy, and now you're doing mental damage to people before you kill them. And there's a bigger plot that's being unraveled and all this other shit. But in general, if you are looking for a revenge story, an overpowered main character revenge story, then you'll probably like it. Again, watch some clips. Because I think you'll get a bunch of kick out of that. And I think it is best served in clip form. You don't need to watch this one. But if you have High Dive, check it out. My Hero Academia final season is my anime of 2025. That's right. It is not just my favorite of the fall season. It is my favorite anime of the year. It beat out City, the animation, which for a while was my anime of the year. I am a little surprised myself, but hey, they fucking nailed it. Bones absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's goddamn beautiful. They hit all the right notes. There's a few little minor tweaks and changes from the manga that I think are very good. One thing is 11 episodes. I'll also tell you this. This is not a spoiler. The climax of the series is not during episode 11. They let the series breathe. They let the show have some conclusions, have some side story stuff. These motherfuckers introduce a character in the last episode who ties in an element to earlier seasons and wraps up the motivations of this whole show existing in a way that is just gorgeous. There are sound cues in this season, callbacks to other songs from previous seasons that I described as unfair because they really hit you. I absolutely loved My Hero Academia the final season. It is, again, my anime of the year. It comes with the highest possible recommendation. If the previous season, if season 7 didn't really hit you, I understand. Season 7 was a lot, and in some places, the animation didn't really hold up because they were under some crunch, which sucks. Not only because they had crunch, but also because they, but yeah, this one, look, I'm not saying this is all sunshine and roses. There's some heavy moments in the season, but it's all earned and it's all gorgeous. I love it so much. Whew, yeah. It's top tier. Top tier. My Hero Academia nailed it In this decade, in the 2020s, not a lot of shows have stuck the landing. And sometimes they have, and the audience didn't come along for the ride to finish it off. This one nailed it. Yeah, 100% nailed it. My stats as an assassin obviously exceed the heroes. This show is the best, 3 or 4 episode show of the season. There are 12 episodes. Our dude is group summoning. Isekai. Group summoning. Seems something is fucking wrong. His spider sense is tingling that some shit is up and is not good. And eventually he breaks free of where he is to figure out his own way and go on his own path. And then he's struggling, and it's cool, and all of that is fucking awesome. And then he meets a familiar, and he meets a girl, and he starts helping out with her story and his story, and he's overwhelmed, and he's doing some stuff, and he's figuring some stuff out, and it's just like, nah. It's nah. Like I said, the first couple episodes I think are really good, and then it falls off a cliff. And it happened to the manga, and obviously the manga, more chapters than the anime, the same story. And so eventually it's just shit. Yeah, this kind of fucking fell off a cliff, huh? And it did. It fell off a cliff. I don't recommend. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. I just don't think it's particularly that good. Ninja versus Gokudo. I did not watch this one. This is on Amazon. I didn't end up watching. I don't think maybe I watched one thing or maybe 2 things on Amazon. Well, on the one side I should say is that any show that Studio Dean makes, I'm side-eyeing because they are a real mixed bag, and most of the stuff in that mixed bag is bad. I think Studio Dean is. They're not the worst animation studio out there, but they're pretty high up there as far as oof. So I didn't watch this one. I don't know even much about it. I do like the idea of enemies to friends, because we get a lot of enemies to lovers, but not a lot of enemies to buddies. So that's kind of fun as a premise, but this one just didn't appeal to me. One Punch Man Season 3. Don't watch One Punch Man Season 3. You don't need to watch One Punch Man Season 3. Is the story of One Punch in Season 3 story better than the Season 2 story? Yes. The plot is more interesting. Is the execution as good as Season 1? No, and it never will be. That's the major thing that I didn't accept during Season 2. During Season 2 of One Punch Man, I couldn't accept that it looked like ass. And I was mad. I mean, I was mad at JC's staff. I was mad at that this happened. I was like, why did they go from one of the best looking anime of all time to this? And the answer is, and I knew it, but I didn't believe it then, and I believe it now. So believe me when I tell you that the reason why Season 1 of One Punch Man looks really good is because a bunch of unbelievable animators agreed to work for scale. It was a labor of love by a lot of people that worked for money, that way less money than they should have gotten for the work, that the quality work they did. They did it on purpose because the budget wasn't there and they wanted to make a great product. Now, Season 2 didn't live up to that because it couldn't live up to that. So you might say to yourself, well, fucking One Punch Man Season 1 made all kinds of money. Why don't they just spend more money to get to the quality of Season 1? They won't make as much, but the alternative is that people will turn their backs on the whole fucking franchise. And to that I say, yeah, fucking fair point. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't. I'm not getting heated. I'm just changing my position in my chair. I don't know why they fucking didn't, but they didn't. And season 3, again, has a story that I think is better than the season 2 story. Because the season 2 story, most of season 2 is, hey, what about this other fucking character? Isn't he pretty rad? And it's like, hey, do you not want to keep writing this show? Like, what's going on? Whereas at least One Punch Man season 3 is like, all right, Saitama's going to do some shit. He's going to do some stuff. So don't worry about it. They're going to get us again, is what I'm saying. Season 4 is going to come out in 2.5 years or 3 years, and people are going to be like, they're going to nail it again. People are going to still be chasing season 1 vibes, and believe me when I tell you, it will never happen again. See, just the best thing you can do if you loved season 1 of One Punch Man is to, in your brain, fully decide that there is no season 2 or season 3. This is my challenge to you. You will thank me. At least Mob Psycho was gorgeous and ended really well. You know what I mean? At least we got Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho ruled. But One Punch Man is not going to rule. She did not watch this. I don't think... Yeah, this doesn't... This show does not have a international adaptation. Past the Monster Meat Milady. I bounced off this manga, so I did not watch this anime. It looked bad. The clips I saw of this show looked bad. I think the premise is fun. I think part of the reason why I don't like this one is that she is kind of dumb, and I just wasn't in the mood for a kind of dumb main character. You know what I mean? I just wasn't in the mood for it. I did not watch Puzzle Side's Misadventures in Love. The very premise of this one makes me mad. Like, amnesia is enough for this sad person that needs help in this world, that needs, like, support. Suddenly everything's better because she got amnesia and now she just has a different personality. Nah, I'm good, dog. I'm all right. I don't need to fucking watch that shit. I think I'm okay. Ranma 1/2 Season 2. Mappa is a large production studio. There's a lot of Mappa out there. And so, oops, let me get this back here. So there is always the fear that, are we going to get the bad Mappa? And there isn't really a bad Mappa, but there is, like, the shows they don't care about as much. They clearly very much do care about Ranma 1/2 and its second season. It's just a really strong adaptation. It's just more of the same. There are characters that are in there, like, we get more Shampoo, and as I mentioned last year, or last season, which was last year, I guess, yeah. Yeah, one of the beauties of this is that this adaptation of Shampoo rules. And the first anime did not. It was of its time. I think it's an interesting time in anime watching to do a show about someone that flips genders in a comedy setting, and I think it's handled as well as it could be. It's toned down. There's a lot of the filler shit isn't there. A lot of the fan service stuff is toned down a lot, which I think is smart. And do I think we needed a Ranma 1/2 remake? At the end of the day, no. But it's a good one. So I'm happy about that. I've heard very good things about the dub as well. Haven't watched it, but I've heard good things. All right. Okay, so look, if it's a Science Saru show, I'm watching it. I did finish Sanda. I don't really like it, but I finished it because it's Science Saru, and I watch Science Saru shows. I wouldn't even call this a miss because I don't want to pretend like this is a miss and like a bad adaptation. I just didn't particularly enjoy it. I just like, I don't know, Monster Santa, martial arts Santa school thing just didn't hit me. I know I'm wrong about this. I know that there are people who are like, Santa's not in your top 10. What are you talking about? I had a conversation with a friend of mine because I did not put the show in my top 10 because it didn't do it for me. I wish I liked it because, again, I like Science Saru. I'm now going to look up, just as an experiment here, Science Saru on Wikipedia. I'm going to look at their shit and look at their animated series and see if oh, that's right, they did work on an episode of Adventure Time. That's real good. Ping Pong the animation, obviously banger, unbelievable. Space Dandy, banger. Garu the animation, good. They worked on the opening credit sequence and some of the episodes they supported. Mappa, so not great, but also they didn't really work too much on it. Devilman Crybaby, unbelievable. I went back to Devilman Crybaby this very year. Devastating, gorgeous. Super Shiro, fun. Super Shiro was fun. Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, my anime of the year for 2020. Unbelievable, so good. Japan Sinks, fucking devastating, really good. The Hike story, did not watch. Did not end up watching that one. Their shorts in Star Wars Visions, really good. Yuri Deco, I thought was interesting. Not great, but interesting. Tommy Time Machine Blues, I did not watch. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, A+, one of my favorites. Dan to Dan, obviously, really good. We'll come to that later. As well, they had 2 shows this season. Maybe that's part of the reason why I didn't like Sanda, is because they also worked on Dan to Dan. And then they've got some shows coming out next year and the following year. But Science Saru, unbelievably way more hits than misses. I'm always going to check out a Science Saru show. This one didn't hit me. That was long-winded, but that's the truth. All right, let's get back into the talking about Sabake. This is a show that, like, I didn't watch and I don't remember talking about when I did my fall preview. I don't remember this one at all. The idea of a shut-in and the spirits that keep him company becoming a detective of sorts is kind of interesting, but yeah, I did not watch this one, and I don't remember it from the preview. Seavis, The Sound of Heroes, is a 2-core. That is Music is a Weapon. I think this is a Music is a Weapon show. Yes, it's heroes that are also use music in their This, I didn't watch this show. This art, where they're all, like, none of them seem to actually exist in the same space, and only one character feels like they're actually in this area. I was like, no, I'm good. I think I'm all right on this. I think I'm okay. Spy Family Season 3. Took a long time for me to love it, but I liked the whole season. I loved the last couple episodes. I thought it was, there are sometimes diminishing returns with ongoing manga having an anime adaptation, in that sometimes the show doesn't get a chance to breathe. And then also sometimes like mangas just exist until they don't. There are some mangaka that have it all plotted out. And then there are other mangaka that are like, well, I need to do X amount of issues this year. Here's the further adventures. So, like, you know, is it that, like, oh, well, maybe I'm just kind of getting sick of the formula? I don't know. Anya still rules. Bond, not enough Bond in this season for my liking. But there's still a lot to like about it. It didn't make my top 10. It was in the conversation internally. It was in my top, like, 15. But it didn't make the top 10. This show... Did this get picked up by anybody? Prime Video, but like... I'm gonna copy this link here. I'm gonna open this up over here. Is this... Okay. Because I was like, wait, did Amazon pick this up? Because it says Prime Video, not Amazon Prime, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? So I'm currently investigating, because the last time I looked at this, this didn't get picked up by anybody, but now there's a link to Amazon Prime, but it might be an international link. It might not be a US link. So I'm looking right now. All right, yeah, cannot watch this, because like you would be watching it via Amazon. Like normally it's got an A and not this symbol. Okay. I got really excited there for a second, and then I had to temper it because I was like, oh, did this get picked up? And I didn't notice, because I'd be watching this after this video was done recording. Because this just looks like a fun slice of life. I wish they'd gotten picked up. It looks cute and fun, and I want to watch it, but I didn't get to. All right, let's move on. Tales of Wedding Ring Season 2. I didn't watch Season 1, so I didn't watch Season 2. The Banished Court Magician aims to become the strongest. I dropped this manga, so I did not watch this, but I do want to just say real quick that if you are sick of Banished/Kicked, I am sorry. I'm very sorry that you don't like the Banished Kick subgenre, because we're getting more of them. We're getting so many more of them. We're going to keep getting them. You're just not going to escape them, and I'm sorry that you're not going to escape them, but you are not going to escape them. They are just an overwhelming thing. It's fucking wild, but it's just the way it is. They're everywhere. They're very popular light novels and manga. I don't dislike them. I like Kicked. Now, sometimes the Kicked or Banished is also an isekai, so it's good. But sometimes they're not. Like this one's not. This is just a dude that like had to do magic he wasn't good at, and then got kicked out, and he was like, fuck yeah, now I can be an adventurer with my friends. And then they go on adventures, and they stumble upon a big conspiracy of stuff they have to deal with, and I don't think it's particularly that good. That's it. But I did want to say, just like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you're going to get more of these. The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainous. I like a good reincarnated villainous story. This one is... So there's an argument that this one isn't an isekai, and to me, this is a fucking isekai. It's like, well, you're in a world where you're a character that you created. That's an isekai. You're in a different world. This is another Studio Dean, and I just ended up not watching it. I know a few people that were pretty into this one, but that was not me. I also didn't watch this one. I didn't watch how do I describe This Monster Wants to Eat Me? Toxic Yuri, but actually legitimately toxic. Like I didn't need this. I want my Toxic Yuri to not be supernatural. Um, I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, I'm psyched that this. I guess I'm excited this got an anime adaptation because it feels like an anime that shouldn't have gotten an adaptation. You know what I mean? Like this shouldn't exist. So I'm glad it does, even if I didn't watch it. To Your Eternity season 3. You're never gonna get me. Is this one in the modern times, and so that is now you get to see Fushi in modern times? Yeah, that's not gonna get me. It's not gonna get. You're not going to trick me. You are not going to trick me to say like, oh, this is probably the chill season where he just meets a bunch of new people and things are good because it's the modern times, so there won't be any magic or weirdness. You're not going to fucking trick me. We're going to meet a lot of cool characters, and those characters are going to die in tragic fucking ways so that Fushi can become a part of them. You're never going to get me to watch this show. There's people out there really trying to get me on this one. No. Ain't going to work. No. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. It's a 2-core. It's ongoing. This one is not on my 2025 top list. Did not make my top 10. Not my favorite show of the season. Will not be my top 10 because it's a 2-core, so it's going into 2026. Ongoing? No. No, thank you. Sorry, but no, thank you. I don't like it. Akito's here. Hello, Akito. Look, I had some people in my mentions, some people sliding into my DMs, messaged me on Discord saying, hey, Pat, you don't have to know anything about Kamen Rider to like the show. And to them, I say, I disagree. I felt like I needed cliff notes about what was making this show really sing. Now, maybe after episode 4, episode 5, I think, because I watched through 4. Maybe episode 5, suddenly those references don't feel like they're homework, don't feel like they're needed, and you could just get a sense of this character based on, osmosis of what Kamen Rider is all about. But it feels like that this show is a love letter to fans of Kamen Rider, not even to Kamen Rider itself, but to the fans of the community. And I'm not that, and so I didn't like it. I wanted to, but I didn't. Touring After the Apocalypse is fine. This was a fine show. I did finish it. I didn't particularly love it. I'm not trying to be down because there were shows this season that I really liked. But also on the whole, the season, kind of disappointing. I liked that this show was kind of chill and then had some moments where it was like, okay, well, we kind of be like, we'll be real about it. I didn't love it. I don't know. Uma Musume Cinderella Grey second core. Someday I will like Uma Musume. It's not a thing where I'm like, oh, this is just not for me. I'm glad you like it, blah, blah. You do you and I'll do me. No, I think that someday I'm gonna get into the sports horse girl show. Because, I've heard about some of the characters, and I like some of the characters. The fact that the character names are based on real horses that race in Japan. I love that. That is a dumb thing I love. I saw a screenshot of an episode of, maybe it was Cinderella Grey, maybe it was the regular series, where a horse girl was answering the phone, and it was like an old rotary phone, and the mouthpiece was here, and then it was really elongated, like the banana shape was really elongated to go to its horse ears. And I was like, that's an attention to detail that I like a lot. I've tried a couple times and I haven't been able to get into the horse girls. I think it's because I bounce right off of Gacha, so I haven't played the games. And then maybe if I played the games, I would be super into the anime, but I'm not. I'm not opposed to horse girls. I haven't been able to get my my window in. Wandance is a show that I did not watch because I do not have Hulu or Disney Plus. And if I had those, I probably would have watched it anyway. I like Madhouse, but that did not sound good to me. I did not watch this. I did not watch the... I have to be very careful because I do not want to come off as... I don't want to make it sound like I'm some old man who can't appreciate furry shit. You know what I mean? I'm not that. I don't mind some furries. You gotta understand, one of my favorite shows growing up was Thundercats, okay? And yes, most of them were way more humans with fur than straight up animals that can walk around. But like, it is not a new thing, right? Ninja Turtles, cool as hell with Splinter rules, right? Like, I am not opposed to anthropomorphic characters and interacting with human characters. These are not things that I'm against. I just didn't need to watch this show because to me it was just like, this just seems like low rank B stars. Like, if I was going to watch a furry anime drama, I would get caught up on B stars, which I am behind on. Like, if I'm gonna watch some furry shit, I might as well watch the best. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So yeah, I didn't end up watching this one. Yano-kun's Ordinary Days rules. One of my favorite shows of the season. Yano-kun's Ordinary Days is a school-based romantic comedy. It is not too much of a spoiler, but I will give you, if you want to skip ahead in the video or mute sound for a minute until you see me scrolling. Hey, they start dating during the first season. Like, they tell each other that they like each other and they want to start dating. They don't spend the whole season working up the courage or suddenly realizing it. They acknowledge their feelings and like try to figure out what it means to date someone. The story happens around them and it's lovely. And I just want good things for Yano. He's just fucking trying. My man is trying so hard. And he's like, because he's so accident prone, eventually he starts avoiding people because he doesn't want to ruin the cultural festival. Because he knows he's going to break something or fall, and something's going to fall on him, and he doesn't want other people to have a bad time because of him. My guy, I just want good things for Yano, okay? I just want the dude, I want good things for him, and he's getting good things in the show, and it's great. My guy can't even imagine a world where someone is interested in dating him because of the mess that he has lived in his life. I love Yano. That's my must protect at all cost character. If he doesn't show up in the Crunchyroll must protect at all cost, then people are fools. Anya's going to be on there and Anya's going to win again because Anya always wins that category and it makes sense. Nathan chimes in with, I was interested in Wandance until I saw the terrible CG dance scenes. Okay, great. Yeah, it is Madhouse and Cyclone Graphics, and look, this is not always the case, but often when multiple studios are credited, it is because one studio is doing CG animation work. Not always, sometimes. So, there we go. All right, that's it for our regular shows. There's still the shows that appeared first or only online, and I don't know why AndyChart separates TV with OVA and ONA and OAD, but they do. So there'll be a few shows that, they just aired weekly on a streaming service for us, but they were on a streaming service in Japan. They weren't on Japanese television. So we'll get to that in a second. We got to spin through the shorts, which I didn't watch any of. I didn't see any of these shorts. Most these days, there are many fucking downsides to the Funimation Crunchyroll merger, and one of the ones, not even one of the top ones, but one of the downsides is that shorts don't get picked up anymore. So I didn't see any of these shorts. This was technically a short. This ended up on Ocean Vale. I don't have Ocean Vale anymore. I got Ocean Vale for 1 month for a video on Ocean Vale. This horny show was on Ocean Vale. I didn't watch it. I watched part of an episode of it because I was watching things on Ocean Vale. Yeah, I mean, some of these shows didn't get picked up or have anything. I would have liked to have watched I Saved Myself with a Potion, Life in Another World. This show seems neat. It did not get picked up by anybody. I would like to watch it. I like isekai. I like female-led isekais. I like this one where it's just like, she can make potions and she's going to figure her shit out. Also, I do like an isekai where the main character wants to fucking leave. It feels like in our post-Sword Art Online harem male main character isekais that very few of them want to go back. They're like, well, I got reincarnated here. Guess I'll go on adventures or learn magic or save the world. And very few of them are like, yeah, but can I go back? Usually it's the rejected hero is like, I'm going to figure out a way to get back home. But this one, I didn't get to watch. I would have liked to. Isekai Quartet Season 3 is out. At this point, I watch most of the isekais that are in this show, but I don't care about the characters interacting with each other. I'm okay. And there's a couple shows that I don't really love, so I'm like, eh. Like, I don't like Konosuba. I don't particularly enjoy Tanya, so it's like, okay. And then also, don't give a shit about Eminence and Shadow, so I'm like, I'm good. I don't think there are any other... Okay, Leftovers. Gachiakuda rules. I'm sorry that I didn't watch it in the summer. I didn't watch it in the summer season. I watched it all during the fall season. It is one of my favorite shows of the fall season. You'll see a YouTube short about this show for me in the future. The animation is unbelievable. Bones did this in the same time they did unbelievable. Hats off to Bones because they fucking nailed it. They had two unbelievably good shows airing at the same time, and they stuck the landing on both shows. Gachiakuda is really fucking good, y'all. It's real good. Generally, I don't like the capital letter, regular name is this special character, the trash and there's a lot of dumb shit, but really good characterization, really excellent art, brutal but also funny sometimes. It's good, real good. That's Leftovers. Let's scroll through. Solo Camping for 2. Didn't really enjoy. Put it down in the summer. Didn't pick it up in the fall. Togenanki never even started. I tried to read this manga and fell right off of it. I have a couple friends that really enjoyed it, and they're like, "Oh, if you like this and this, you'll like this one." And I was like, "I don't." I did not watch Rotario Kun's is about to collapse. That seemed bad. That just seemed really bad. We got some movies. I don't think I saw. I want to see this, even though it's just a compilation. Um, it's just a compilation, but I like Girls Band Cry, so I would watch that. I'd watch both of these if I could. Uh, this is a movie compilation, getting us ready for Mojutsu Kaisen. A Love Live movie. Didn't see this. I mean, I don't think I saw any movies. I would like to see this anthology. I have not seen it. It is on Amazon. I am going to see it. This is on my list of things because a ton of great people worked on this. So I would like to see this. I've heard very good things. But yeah, it came out on Amazon Prime Video. So this is on my list of things to see, and I just haven't yet. But it is on my list. Ooh. Elderly inmate serving a life sentence wastes a lonely death and silent silence voice calls out to him. Wow. That sounds fucked up and cool, but I didn't see it. Yeah, I don't think I saw, we'll just look at her. Okay, so like I said, some of these shows aired early on streaming services that aired it on TV, and if they only air on streamers, or if they aired on streamers a week early in Japan, they end up in this category. So, A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai, very enjoyable. This is a comfort anime. The same way that Campfire Cooking in Another World is a comfort anime, this is a comfort-ass anime. Our dude, reincarnated, basically just told, like, hey, just do whatever you want. I know it'll help. And he's fucking helping. Because all he wants to do is gather ingredients. But then he's got to, like, help people along the way. He makes a lizard man friend, and a little dragon friend, and an elf friend, and a mythical horse god friend. And he's just going about his business, being overpowered and trying to do what's right, and go on gathering quests for the guild. And it's fun. B, the dragon, the little dragon friend, is adorable. Right there's the little dragon friend. Adorable. We love B. The Clay, the dragon guy, the lizard man, good character. Yeah, Takaru is just a fun character, and this is a fun show. Is this the best anime of the season? No. It's My Hero Academia the final season, of course, season 9. But it's still really good. Wild Last Boss Appeared is another one of those shows, much like Level 9999. This is a show that is best enjoyed in clips on YouTube or TikTok, I guess. Sometimes people like watching those where TikTokers add music that isn't there and do weird jump cuts. I personally fucking hate it. I'd much prefer to just watch a clip on YouTube if I'm going to watch a clip, but whatever. That's how people are doing things now. They're making their own cuts and pans and stuff and adding music. But yeah, I don't think this is good, but it is. There are great fight scenes in it. And so that's kind of enjoyable. Man, I would love to watch Blue Gale Zabungle Side R at some point, because I've never seen a single moment of Zabungle, and it's one of the best names ever. Zabungle. I've built model kits from Zabungle. I've never watched it. So this was a weird project, I guess. I don't know. At some point, hopefully I'll be able to see it. It sounds pretty good. Cattails also looks fun. I didn't. I don't have Hulu, and I don't have Disney Plus, so I didn't watch Cat's Eye 2025. I don't know why I don't know why they are slowly putting out episodes of a remake of Cat's Eye. It's strange to do of all of the anime, of all the manga adaptations, to redo Cat's Eye. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't watch this. This is not appealing to me at all. Even besides the fact that I don't have the services it's on. Let's see. Anything else to talk about here? Hero without a class who needs skills is another in the category of he's sort of banished because he doesn't seem to have skills, right? He's classless, and in that world, classless means that like you suck shit. I did not watch this because I didn't have High Dive this season, as I said. I will probably watch some of it next month in January 2026 because I'm getting High Dive again for 3 months for the next season. But yeah, I didn't watch this one. They're never going to get there. But I will tell you that if this show has like a third or fourth season, don't watch those. If you like this first season and the second season and you enjoyed that, if that ever happens, by the time they get to the third and fourth season, you just skip it. You just cut it out of your life. This show, this manga and light novel is infuriating in that it does a thing that it sets up a long-ass story, and then the payoff for it is a time skip. It sucks. But it's fun to watch him overwhelm people who think he's going to be powerless. It's kind of fun. Some of his companions, some of his like summons are fun characters. Again, probably best enjoyed clips on YouTube. I would like to see this TV special. There's no way I can because I really like Kaguya-sama, Love is War. What's that? Some minis. That looks very cute. I did not watch Let This Grieving Soul Retire Season 2 because I did not watch Season 1. But this is Core 2. I'm sorry, this isn't Season 2. It's Core 2. But I didn't watch the first core, so I didn't watch the second core. I do love the idea of just like, he just wants to fucking he never had any powers, but everybody loves him, so now he's stuck. I kind of love it. But he still needs to do right by them. May I ask for one final thing? Is this a great show? No. Is this a capital G good show? Yes. You could get by just watching the fight scenes, but I think that you lose out on the humor of this show. This is an isekai, but our main character is not the person who got isekai'd, which is interesting, and you don't see that often. There's a really fun manga that hasn't gotten an anime adaptation that I would like that I can't remember the name of, but it's something about like, it's about a guy who ends up going along with a banishment of a character, and it turns out that she's been isekai'd, but it's really from his perspective and his point of view, and I can't remember the name, and I apologize, but that was really fun. But that's not this. This is I'm going to slow down time so I can beat your ass. Scarlet fucking rules. I love this character. I love that she's just like whooping ass all throughout the continent. She's going to fight a manifestation of a god at one point. Like, just having a great time. The manga has continued and gotten a little bad. This arc that they're currently on, I'm not loving. I'm hoping it turns things around, but right now I'm not loving it. But overall, I think this show was really fun. I think like if you're looking for some fun action from a no-nonsense character, you do way worse than May I ask for one final thing. Didn't watch this. I don't think anybody. Yeah, it didn't get adapted. I did not watch the third season of Record of Ragnarok. I watched half of the first season and thought, no, thank you. Didn't see that. The Lenticulars. That looks neat. Is this on YouTube? Trigger made a series that didn't get picked up anywhere, huh? I bet there's a fan sub of that. Undead Unlock Winter Arc, which is just a 1 hour special, and they just adapted a short arc into an hour. I hope people enjoyed it. I bounced right off Undead Unlock, but I hope people like this because they're getting more of it, which is good. Good for them. And that's, oh boy. All right. An hour and change. The recording is an hour and 10 minutes. So in an hour and 10 minutes, that's really good for me. Only an hour and 10 minutes talking about that season. That, I would say, that is an indicator of a subpar anime season. If I only took an hour and 10 minutes to do an intro and then to talk about all the shows I liked and maybe why I didn't watch some of them, I would call that a bummer. So I am going to sort here by title, which it is. We start with this. So now is the part of the video, friends, where I'm going to preview some shows that are upcoming. And like I said earlier in this video, you might hear me say the phrase at the time of this recording, because by the time this video goes live out on my YouTube channel, some of these shows will get picked up. They'll be announced because Crunchyroll doesn't announce everything up top. High Dive usually does. Amazon does sporadically. Netflix generally does. But like I said, Crunchyroll sometimes doesn't even say everything because they have deals to promote some things ahead of their season coming out. And they have some shows. Crunchyroll shows, they don't even put clips up. They just don't even put clips on their YouTube channel about or mention it on their social media. So like, you know, sometimes you have to know about it. They might talk about 'Tis Time for Torture Princess Season 2. I did not watch Season 1. I have no plans of watching Season 2. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about some of these shows and if I'm excited about it or if I'm not going to watch it, you know, that kind of thing. A Gentle Noble's Vacation recommendation. This is an isekai. I have heard good things about this. I have not read the light novel, but I've heard good things about it. I believe that there are 2 boys love. This might not be one of them. There are reportedly some boys love shows this season. I don't think this is one of them, but it might be. And I'm excited that there is some boys love coming out, and there's a boys love isekai. I know there's at least one boys love isekai. I don't think this is also one of them, but it might be. Because these are some pretty boys here. This seems pretty okay. I'm going to check this one out. A Misanthrope teaches a class for demi-humans. I have enjoyed this style of show before. Of the human teaching a bunch of, well, for some reason, all girls. I have liked this kind of show before. I don't know. The fact that he's broken and they're broken, I'm like, this could go bad. So I don't know. I'm gonna maybe on this one. I'm gonna wait to see if some of my friends who are definitely gonna watch this have anything to say about it. An Adventurer's Daily Grind age 29. This manga is just getting released ahead of the anime coming out. And so I actually have chapters that I have from subscription that I haven't read yet. So I have not read this manga yet, but at least the first like 4 or 5 chapters are out with English with like a proper release. So I am looking forward to that. the idea of this dude who ends up kind of adopting a young lady just to kind of help her out seems fun. I have certainly seen these before. Sometimes a young lady's just gonna like figure things out and help him out, and this seems cute and fun, and so I'm definitely gonna be checking this one out. Yeah, it just looks good, and I'm gonna check out the manga, like I said. I am not watching the second season of Any Way I'm Falling in Love with You. I didn't really like the first season. I will say this. You may have heard of this show because this is the show. It is the show based on, as far as I know, the first manga to be set during COVID. Do they call it COVID? No. But the premise of the first season is that this girl's life is ruined because she can't go to high school because everyone has to stay home because of a virus. And like her birthday gets messed up. And then all of her childhood male friends all confess to her. And now she's got to deal with that. So this is the continuation of the anime based on the manga that first tackled the idea of acknowledging that COVID is a thing. That's its claim to fame. I'm not going to watch this again because I didn't watch the first. I bounced off the first season real hard because I didn't like any of the characters. This is based on a video game. Right now, no one has picked this up. It is a vampire detective, and I do like that. I do like a vampire. I do like a supernatural plus a genre. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. It hasn't been picked up yet. At the time of this recording. Maybe. That's a maybe. This show, hey, the first show of the January of the winter season has already started. At the time of this recording, 2 episodes have already aired for Blue Mimbro Season 2, which is the follow-up to the first season, and apparently is on Ocean View and Ocean Vale, I should say, and Crunchyroll. So that makes me think that there is a horny version that is on Ocean Vale, and the like TV broadcast, I don't know for sure, is on there. But I don't remember the first season of Ao no Mimboro, so I don't know. I think I'm okay. Card Fighter Vanguard Division Genma Senshin is the sequel to Card Fighter Vanguard Division. I'm not going to watch that. Chain Soldier Season 2. I did not watch Chain Soldier Season 1. I hope that it's great for people that liked Season 1. This one seems kind of cool. When your first sentence of your description is Luna, a black witch who lives quietly in a poisonous mushroom house. I'm like, all right. Okay, I'm listening. She makes medicines, and people don't like her. It's scared of her, but obviously this girl isn't going to be scared of her, and she's going to make some friendship. 2 studios, which is a red flag, as always. Why does a drama, fantasy, supernatural need 2 studios working on it? I don't know. Also, it hasn't been picked up by anybody, so I may never know. Dark Moon, the Blood Altar animation with... What? And hyphen. What is this? What is this fucking word vomit? Word salad. Dark Moon, the Blood Altar animation with and hyphen. What? Welcome to Riverfield, where the most popular boys at 2 rival schools happen to be vampires and werewolves. When a mysterious new student, Shua, transfers to Riverfield, the rivals find themselves inexplicably drawn to her. As horrible incidents start to shake the town, the boys' forgotten past slowly start to unravel, and their world turns upside down. No fucking thanks. I'm good. Maybe it's great, but I don't I won't know. This feels like an anime that is solely focused on teen girls. They're like, teen girls are gonna fucking love this shit. Vampires, werewolves, rival schools, a girl that unites all of them because they all are attracted to her. This just feels like Twilight shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dead Account. I've heard good things about this manga. I have not read this manga, but I have heard good things. About a streamer who just does a bunch of garbage. He's a garbage streamer that just does whatever he can for attention and money because he's trying to pay for his sick kid or sick sister. But then some shit starts happening. Weird shit starts happening and it gets supernatural. I don't know. Again, I've heard good things about this manga, but I don't know if I'm going to check it out. This is an isekai. Apparently, this season, this offshoot season of Fate Strange Fake is an isekai, and I don't know why that is. I do know there's an alternate reality, and it takes place in America this time. A version of America. New Holy Grail and Snowfield, America. I don't know why this is an isekai, but apparently it is. I have no plans to watch it. As I mentioned on a live stream recently, the only Fate series I'm interested in is the one where it's just the cooking anime. It's just them cooking. It's 13 episodes and it's great. Special menu at Emiya's house, something like that. That's real good. Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. Is this the end of it? I don't know if there's going to be another season after this or not. There was such a break between Season 2 and Season 3 of Fire Force. I didn't think this was coming out. But this is the second half of the third season. Look. Saying things are heating up is a pun, but they are heating up. Shit is getting real. And I like Fire Force. I think it's a good show. It's had some great banger tunes, excellent characters. Some of it is like really on the fucking nose and kind of like, all right, really, that's what we're doing here. But it's still a good show. And so I will check it out. I probably won't watch it weekly, but I will see it. I'm glad we're getting more of it. I like it. Hey, also, you can see this. You can see right next to me, there's some fucking top tier shit coming out. Frieren Season 2, Episode 1. Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2 is out. There is a very good chance that my anime of the year will just come out in winter 2026. Just a very strong chance that my favorite show of the year will be January through March. Like, it's just very likely that my favorite show is going to come out in 16 days at the time of this recording. I can't fucking wait for Frieren. I'm so stoked. This show was my number 2 in the first year it came out because it was a 2-core over in 1 year into another year, and then the next year it was my anime of the year, and it had been my anime of the year the entire year. It's fucking Frieren. What do you want from me? If you didn't get on board with the first season, I don't know what to tell you. There's going to be some action, and there's going to be lots of sadness, and I'm trying to remember where Core 2... Oh, yeah, Core 2, yeah, we're going to, it's going to be a bummer, but Himmel is going to do his fucking best in the past, and everybody else is going to do their best figuring some shit out and killing some goddamn demons. But, not all the time killing demons. Sometimes just, helping people out and finding out that a old legend was just made up and shit like that. Real good. The final season of Golden Kamuy is coming out. Congratulations to my friends who really like this show. I'm glad that you are getting a final season. Hell Mode. The hardcore gamer dominates at another world with garbage balancing. It's a fucking isekai, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching this isekai. Is this the reason that I'm getting High Dive? It's one of the reasons that I'm going to have High Dive for 3 months. This manga is fucking fun. Our dude loved MMOs so much that he picked a nightmare difficulty on a game, and then they put him in a world. And now he's in a world where he's a class that is tough to do. And it takes forever to level up. But he makes friends because he's got to fucking save the world. Because of course he does. And he's having such a good time the entire time that he's doing this shit. He's having such a good time. I know it won't happen in the first season, so this is fine for me to tell you. In the manga, at some point, there are big mechs that get made, but they're like made out of like totems. They're totem mechs. It's really fucking good. Yeah, this shit owns. I think in the first season we meet the Squirrel God. Maybe we don't meet the Squirrel God in the first season, but yeah, it fucking whips ass. Second season of Hell's Paradise. I didn't enjoy the first season of Hell's Paradise, but I know people who really did love it, so I'm glad for them. Enjoy more Hell's Paradise. I wish I got into it, but yeah, I just didn't. High School Kimengumi is, I believe it is both a remake and a sequel. It has not been picked up at the time of this recording. I do not know if it will be. I do not know much about it. I believe the original is an anime from the 80s. Or even earlier than that? I don't remember. I'm looking it up because I don't remember. High School. Okay. Yes. This anime originally released in there was an anime film in 1986. This is an anime that ran from 1985 till 1987. 86 episodes that this anime existed in. And this is a second anime adaptation produced by Seven with planning. Okay. And I have no more information about it than that. But this is a show that last had an anime in the 80s. So it's happening. They're doing it. Hikuwadori, the fire extinguishing samurai, stopped the great fire called the fire-eating bird. Was the best fighter samurai in Edo. He had resigned from the fire brigade for reasons, but suddenly received an invitation to serve the Shido clan firefighting team with no money and no personnel, and looked down upon. Encouragement of his wife, he decides to rebuild the... What? So it's a... What? This premise is weird. It's an Edo period set firefighting fire brigade. That's weird. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna watch that, but okay. In the clear moonlit dusk. Oh yeah, here's another. This is our boys' love that is not also an isekai. Oh wait, no, this isn't right. Apparently this manga is written, even though one of the characters is a girl. It is written in the style of a boy's love. That's what it was. I'm sorry. This one is written in the style of what if both of these were because she meets someone that's so pretty that she's like, oh, she's just like me. And so, like, to her, she is in a Yuri storyline. But to him, it's a regular relationship. But to everybody else, it's a BL. That is hard to explain. I think I'm going to fucking try this out. Because I've heard some pretty good things. I don't love that I don't love that two studios are working on a romance slice of life. Why do two studios need to work on this? That's worrying. Yeah. I think I'm going to check this shit out. And here is our Boys Love Isekai. One of the rarest subgenres of a subgenre. The BL Isekai. So our dude gets accidentally summoned to another world. And they're like, what the fuck? And they're like, well, sorry, you don't have to do anything. You just hang out. And he's like, no, I have to work. He's broken in that way. So he gets a job. And also turns out him being really good at accounting is very helpful in this place. But he's such a workaholic that he ends up like working too hard, and then he takes a drug and he needs help. And yeah, and because he takes this drug that helps him out, but there's some issues with it, he has to hang out with another guy, and this is just fucking Isekai BL, and it looks pretty good. It is worrying, of course. The studio dean of this all is worrying because they are not a good animation studio. But I'm going to check this shit out. I did not watch this for the first core of this, so I will not be watching the second one. Journal with Witch. Oh yeah, okay. Yes, this is the recluse writer who ends up becoming a guardian of of her niece. And I am surprised that Crunchyroll picked this up because this did not feel like a show that was going to get picked up. I will probably check this one out. I don't think I'm going to talk about it weekly, but I'll definitely check it out because it seems good. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, The Culling Game, Part 1. As always, when we talk about MAPPA, particularly talking about Jujutsu Kaisen with MAPPA, it is important to remember that there were a lot of terrible working conditions at MAPPA to get Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen off the ground and out the door. It is noticeable in the work where some episodes looked bad and rushed because they were. And the only real reason we know about the working conditions there is because MAPPA was hiring a lot of animation work from artists, freelancers outside of Japan. And those folks were way more willing to talk about their experiences on social media. It is now reportedly that there are NDAs being signed by all employees of MAPPA. We do not know how well the conditions have, if they have at all improved. Obviously, shit's rough for a lot of animation studios. I am not saying that it is just MAPPA. It's just we know about MAPPA because of their unique situation. That being said, it is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. I am going to watch it. I'm not going to cover it weekly. I am going to see it. It'll be interesting to see how things work out for Yuji. He's just trying his fucking best. Kana-chan isn't scary. I don't want to watch this one. But I also want Kaya-chan to have a good time and a good life, and I don't think she will. She can see monsters and spirits and shit, and nobody believes her because she's a little girl, and they just think she's a weirdo because of the way her eyes are and stuff. but she's going to do her fucking best to protect her family. She's going to do her fucking best. I don't think I'm going to watch this one, but I hope things go well for her. Kunan the Sorcerer Can See is not an isekai. It is not a banished, but it is an overpowered main character. And the thing about this one is I ended up dropping this manga because I don't like this dude. I don't like him as a main character. He can't see, and he's just fucking doing his best. But he's like a weird flirt in a strange way. And some of the art is really creepy, and I didn't enjoy reading it, so I'm not going to watch this anime adaptation. I didn't watch season 1 of Medalist, so I'm not going to watch season 2 of Medalist. I like My Hero Academia Vigilantes just fine. I will watch the second season. So I will watch season 2 because I did like season 1. It's good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. Light anime. Oh, the light anime. Yeah, all right. I don't think that's going to get picked up, is my guess. Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling is on High Dive, and this is the other show that has been picked up on High Dive that makes me want to have High Dive this season. So it's an isekai, and a guy is a dragon. And he's just fucking trying his best. He's just a dragon. And he's got to do the best he can and make some friends and get some allies and survive as a dragon man. I like isekai like that. I'm into it. Roll Over and Die. I will not be watching. This looks bad. This is the rare banished, but it's a girl banished. That's the rare of the banished things here. But yeah, basically she gets left for dead, and she gets a cool power, and then she can get her revenge. And yeah, I mean, I like a good revenge story. This doesn't seem particularly solid. So I think I'll probably skip this one. This might be a show where I watch clips on YouTube, that kind of thing. Sentenced to Be a Hero. This manga is pretty interesting. I haven't read a lot of the manga, but I've read some of it and I like it. Basically, the worst punishment in the world you can get is to be labeled a hero, which means that you go on the front lines and you are fodder to take care of demon lords. And when you die, your service isn't over. They resurrect you so you can keep fighting. And our dude did a fucking crime. He did do a crime. And then eventually he meets a biological weapon called a goddess. Basically, this world, to fight the demons, they have made holy weapons who are like the appearance of humans, and he gets bonded to one. And he doesn't want to do that. And yeah, okay, I guess, yes, this was supposed to be out in October. It was supposed to be out in that season, and it didn't come out in the fall 2025 season, so it's now out now. I like the manga. I'm probably not going to watch this anime, but I did enjoy the manga. Just like, I think I'm okay. I don't think I need to watch that one. Shibo Yugi playing death games to put food on the table. Pass. I'm going to pass on this one. A girl that's psyched about death games because she can earn money doing it. That's kind of an interesting idea. I think I'd be more interested in if she was like trying to stop death games from happening and not like, Oh, I'm a veteran of death games. Also, Studio Dean. Bad studio, so. Here's your comedy. Now, I don't know if this is a BL or if this is a, like, I don't know. I don't know if this is a tease. I'm not sure. But it's just like a bunch of guys who hang out and do torture, and then they just hang out together, and it's comedy. And I don't fucking know, man. I don't know if I'm up for it. But I don't know if this is actually a boy's love or if it is just bait. I don't know. The Darwin incident. There's no fucking way in hell I'm going to Amazon. Why did Amazon pick this up? I'm going to read you the fucking synopsis of the show. Created in a biological science lab, Charlie is a half-human, half-chimpanzee hybrid known as a human-Z. Raised by his adoptive human parents, Charlie is now 15 and starting high school. There he meets Lucy, a clever loner who becomes his first ever friend. At age 15, he got his first friend. Hell yeah. But his normal life is shattered when the animal rights extremists who freed his mother from the lab 15 years ago re-emerge as terrorists bent on kidnapping Charlie at all costs. They're called Human Z. It's called the Darwin incident. There's no fucking way this isn't racist. There's just absolutely no fucking way that this show isn't unbelievably racist. There's just no way. It can't not. If the show manages to not be racist, that would be incredible. I'm not going to watch this. The Holy Grail of Eris is a right. What is this one? Yeah. Nathan says I had the same thought. Yeah, there's just no fucking way. Okay, yeah. So this is a girl who is trying to solve. She's trying to prevent her own execution by working with someone who was executed, a villainess. And they're going to uncover the mystery, the two mysteries, her mystery and the other mystery. I have not read this. I have heard the manga of this, or the light novel. I've heard very good things about this. I am going to check it out. I'll at least watch the first couple episodes. I said that I do like a supernatural romance. I'm probably going to watch The Invisible Man and His soon-to-be wife. He's invisible. She's blind. They're gonna get married. He's invisible and runs a detective agency. She's blind. There's a dog lady. I'm gonna watch this one. I'm gonna watch this one, and I'll let you know what I think of it while I'm watching it. The villainess is adored by the Prince of Neighborhood Kingdom. Studio Dean doing too many shows this season for a studio that I don't think is particularly that good. I bet this ends up being bad animation, but it is an isekai. Is a girl realizing, oh, I'm in an Otoma game, and shit's gonna go wrong for me, because I'm the villainess. And things are going to go bad, but things that kind of work out good, and she doesn't understand why it's working out. So yeah, it's a girl being reincarnated in a dating game and figuring that shit out. I like the premise. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to skip. There was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried to confess to her. That is also an isekai, but our main character is he is just a god. He is overpowered because he understands the world he's in. But he's not the demon. He's a demon in a castle. And then as he beats the ass of the hero's party, he meets the cleric, and he's like, she seems pretty cool. And it's way more of a comedy than an adventure. I just didn't really like the manga, what I read of it. So I'm not going to watch this because I didn't really like it. I will say the best characters are his subordinates that are also going to pretend to be humans, like he's pretending to be human, because they want to support him, and those characters are fun. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless next Shine. That's right, it's a sequel to There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless. I didn't watch the first season of this. Let's see, what are you going to say here? The anime first premiered in theaters across Japan on November. It will later be split into 5 parts on TV. So basically, it's a 5 episode thing. Okay, yeah, it's 5 episodes. It was like a movie, and then they just broke it up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that, but I hope if it ends up somewhere you people can watch it, that people that like the first season enjoy that. Trigun Stargaze is the #1 anime of this season that I am not going to be watching, and you are going to be surprised if you don't know me. Look, is having Millie there something that makes me think about watching the sequel to Stampede? Maybe. I didn't like Stampede. And I don't think I want to watch this. You know what I mean? I don't like how it looks. I don't enjoy the animation of it. Having Millie there certainly makes it more appealing, because I think that's just an unbelievably great supporting character. But I don't know, man. I already watched Trigun, and it's really fucking good. Vash the Stampede is a character of his time. He's so fucking goofy for so much of that series, and he's a badass for so little of it. It's unbelievable how much Vash is just a scaredy cat trying to avoid conflict. And how much stuff is pressed upon him, and how he's just trying his fucking best. And it's unbelievable how much he doesn't get to do shit in the first, because he doesn't want to do shit in the first season, in the first series. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. I hope this sequel is phenomenal. Tune into the Midnight Heart is. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, this is like the voice talent romantic comedy. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay on that one. Wash it all away. I didn't see this earlier. Endearing protagonist and luscious art. This seaside slice of life story offers tranquility and chaos in the modern world. For 2 years, Wakana has run a laundry service in the seaside resort of Atami, where she's built a fulfilling life making friends with locals and visiting hot springs. Although she has no knowledge of her own past, her cleaning services safeguard memories imbued in customers' precious items. What the fuck? So she has amnesia, but her cleaning makes... What? I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. Maybe I'll wash it all away. I don't know. I'm gonna watch this. There's no information about it. It's Ronin. Hey, it's Ronin Warriors. New Ronin Warriors is happening. It's Samurai Troopers, but it's New Ronin Warriors. I'm gonna look. There's no information listed here, so I'm gonna look it up. It is a sequel to the 1988 Studio Sunrise anime. So it is a sequel to the original. I don't think I finished Ronin Warriors because I don't think it all ever got dubbed or subbed. I definitely don't think it ever got fully dubbed. But I'm gonna watch in 2026. I am gonna watch New Samurai Troopers, aka Ronin Warriors. That's fucking bizarre. I'm gonna watch New Ronin Warriors. It might be bad, but I'm gonna try. You and I are polar opposites. Seems fine. I'm kind of over the high school romance stuff. Opposites attract stuff. I'm like, you can't be in a rom-com with your childhood friends. Seems. This one might be another one of those. This is a self-aware one. This might be one of those, like, we understand we're going to play with the tropes. I don't know. It just doesn't seem good. This is one of those shows that, like, I'm not going to watch, but I'm going to see if like, Jeff from Mother's Basement, if he's like, actually, it's really subversive. And then I'll check it out. Like, I'm gonna wait on him. Or if it ends up in his like, this shit is trash. So yeah, Jeff Thune, if he's like, this one's good, I'll watch it. Yusha no Kuzu. Has anybody picked this up? No. Rich mafia members can turn into demon kings through increasing popular ether entertainment surgery. And the bounty hunters called Braves are the ones called upon to take them down. When 3 young Braves offer him a majestic sum to be their private tutor, he agrees solely for the money. But is it worth it what he's getting himself into? I'll never know. That sounds bad. And then the 3rd season of Oshinoko. This is fucking wild, y'all. The 3rd season of Oshinoko is going to be on Crunchyroll. I don't think they got the first 2 seasons. So the first 2 seasons, this is so bad for High Dive. This is terrible for High Dive because that was one of their biggest hits. Like High Dive was surviving on Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon and Oshinoko. Those were their big ones. And they lost the 3rd season. That's wild. So I'm not going to be covering this show on my streams for this season, but I will talk about it periodically because I'm hopeful that the 3rd season is way more murder mystery and way less girl group idol stuff, because the 2nd season was a lot of idol stuff, particularly stage play idol stuff, and at the end they were like, and also what's up with this bird and what's going on here, and somebody discovered the previous used dead body was finally discovered, and I'm like, okay, but yeah, we'll see what's going on here. Kana has lost the cheerfulness she once had, and they're gonna find out what's going on with the deaths. And Ruby is still trying his best to figure what's going on. So I'm gonna keep watching this, but I won't cover it week to week because I just get frustrated with it because I just want the murder mystery stuff. Also, all I hear is that the manga really fell off, so I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. TV shorts, we never get these. Some of these look interesting. Like, what's this? What's this going to be? There's a little short about Chopper. I want to see that. I don't know what that is. I hope we get it. Hell yeah, more of that nonsense. A 16th season of Theater of Darkness. Then the leftovers, which I talked about all the leftovers already, so no need to keep talking about those. And then Okay, Beastars final season part 2. Once again, Orange is doing Trigun and Beastars, so that's a lot for them. But for my Beastars fans, I'm glad you're getting your part 2 of the final season. I hope there's not a part 3. I hope it's just part 2. Cosmic Princess Kaguya. So this is a version of the Tale of the Bamboo Cutter with Kaguya and the moon and all that stuff. Only it's like for a new generation. It's for a new generation, so there's a guitar in it. I'm being dismissive, but like I don't need a modern take on the Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. I don't need it. The story unfolds as a live performance marrying original music with Yamada's signature style of polished visuals, emotive pacing, and dynamic 3D camera work to boldly transform this classic tale for a new generation. I'm good. Duel Masters. Easygoing territory defense with the optimistic lord is a fun show. This is a fun isekai. He basically gets kicked out of his family home. And he's sent out to like the boonies. And guess what? His fucking ability is really good. Can you believe it? That his father, who is too obsessed with skills that are meant for domination, can't understand that a guy that can just make whatever he wants could make things that would help in an army. Just because he doesn't have fire magic, dumbass. He does real well. It's fun. There are a couple of these that are similar. This one is a fun one. He's just fucking doing his goddamn best. Also, we do have his brother is a fucking asshole. Yeah, and he does have comeuppance, pretty good comeuppance. So that's nice. Hey, there's a new short animation for the Evangelion. Yeah, all right. There's some more Evangelion. I'm losing my voice. When talking here, only for 2 hours, but Bang Dream-chan. I don't know what's going on there. In his father's defense, everyone else with the skill can't do dip with it, and his son has a monstrous mana pool. Yes, Dirty, you're right. He does have a skill that other people haven't been able to fully understand. But it's one of those things with the like guy who gets dismissed thing where he was a genius and now he has a skill that isn't that good, but he's still a genius. So wouldn't he be able to do like, don't you want to like find out? Dummies. Hanakimi. Japanese-American track and field star Mizuki has gotten herself to transfer to high school in Japan, but not just any school. She's going to an all-guys high school and dressing as a boy. That's kind of fun. Oh, never mind. And her classmates and the school nurse must cope with a new transfer student who may make them question their own orientation. She's such a cool guy that they're like, oh wait, am I gay or bi? And why is the school teacher interested in the male student? Get the fuck out of here, Hanakimi. You can go to hell. A new project for this anime. I like the cheat skill anime. This is a fun one. I don't know what this means, a new anime project. 1 episode airing. Okay, so it's just an OVA. They're putting out an OVA in March of this anime, which I like. It's a good one. It is the anime of the guy that jumps between two different um, two different worlds. I don't remember the full English title of this, so I'm gonna look it up so I can tell you. I got a cheat skill in another world and became, what is it? Yeah, all right. It's I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. It is one of those where he can go back and forth between two different, like this fantasy world and the regular world, and his skills in that world allow him to have opportunities to help people and to help himself out in the real world. And he has friends in both worlds, and he's doing the best. There's a cute dog. There's a bunny rabbit that knows martial arts. There's some good stuff. There's a pig friend. Little tiny pig, not anthropomorphized, just a tiny little pig friend. It's good. So there's going to be something out in March. I don't know what that entails, but I'm excited about it. Jack of all trades, party of none. This is another one of those dudes, just like, yeah, get out of here. But then he's just like, okay. I like this because it's just like, oh yeah, hey, you're not good at anything. That's because I need to be you told me to be an enchanter. So this is I should just say right now, he doesn't end up with a new party, but most of this series is our guy being a teacher in a big guild, which this does not tell you. But basically, enchanters, having an enchanter in your party became all the rage. And so our guy, who is a magical swordsman, became an enchanter for his party. And then they were like, actually, we can get a better enchanter than you, so you're fired. And he was like, okay, I didn't want to be one of those. So then he just becomes a magical swordsman. And turns out he's fucking really good at it, dumbasses. And then he gets involved with a big guild and he becomes like a teacher for a group of adventurers. And it's good. And there's a bigger story going on beyond that. But it's like a good series. And then, it's one of those things where just like, shit. Turns out he was a really good enchanter. And he can also do all the other stuff. I'm going to watch this one. I like it. It is another Banished show. I think it's good. Love Through a Prism. There's a lot of BL this coming season. Not complaining. And then this one is not that. But this is a... there's just like a lot... This is like a good little romance thing looking here. Like a period piece romance. Netflix has it. Wit Studios are good. MF Ghost Season 3. I am not going to be watching MF Ghost Season 3 because I did not enjoy Season 1 of MF Ghost. Leave the memories alone. Mufusand. I don't think anybody picked this up, but that looks cute. It's a slice of life about cat. Shark Meow is an orange tabby kitty who wears a shark suit. I would like someone to pick this up, please, because I would like to watch this. Little Meow, a rescued baby kitten. This seems cute as shit. You can't help but smile and think so true. I hope this gets picked up. This sounds adorable. Noble Reincarnation. Born blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power. This is a unbelievably crazy power fantasy show. So this dude just like is reincarnated and is like, we don't know a lot about how he got reincarnated, but it doesn't really matter. It just gives him the edge of being mentally understanding what's going on. And he's got a lot of powers, but also he has the power of people in his territories. Powers make him stronger. So by wanting to have well-fed, well-nourished, mentally well, strong people in his territory, he becomes stronger, but also because he's looking out for them, they in turn really appreciate this noble, one of the emperor's kids, looking out for them and giving them opportunities because he's looking for diamonds in the rough because it makes him stronger. It's pretty good. I want to call the manga great, but it's a pretty good manga. So yeah, I'll watch this. It's dumb. Oh yeah, this is the ad agency. Yeah, this one didn't seem good to me. I'm watching that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have to get Netflix in January. I get to keep Netflix. I have Netflix now. Because I wanted to watch a couple shows. Ranma and such. I'm going to have Netflix in January because I'm going to watch Steel Ball Run. Or not January, sorry. March. Because Netflix has got to be dumb about some stuff. So the show comes out in March. It's this season. I'm excited for it. I really do love JoJo. I think Steel Ball Run is pretty great. The first episode aired with a runtime of 47 minutes. Okay. I'm excited for Steel Ball Run. See you in March, Netflix. Tamon's B-Side is a comedy romance idol thing. I love the idea of I work part-time so that I can have money to support the idol. But now I have to support him. I don't love romances that involve employer-employee. I'm opposed to those concepts. This one sounds like it wouldn't be too bad. So maybe. I don't know. The Demon King's daughter is too kind. I don't know. Basically, the Demon King's like, I'm taking over the world, and his daughter's just like, don't, and he's like, okay. So basically, the Demon King's assistant is just like, I'm gonna make you into a proper demon, so then you won't be mad that your dad is trying to take over the world and destroy it. It's kind of fun premise. I don't know. I might check it out. One episode of a new Idol Master, and that is it. Okay. I will do my close now, and then I will do an outro for everybody else. But for those watching this video on YouTube, thank you so much. Leave a comment in the comments here on YouTube. Let me know what shows you're most excited about. Is it Frieren? Is it Oshinoko? What do you got looking forward to? What are you excited about in the winter season? Is it a show that I breezed right past? You're like, no, Pat, this one's going to rule. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Share with your friends who also talk about anime, all of that. And I'll see you on the next episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club. Goodbye.